It's important that you know how to adapt to changing conditions. You know, pilots, before they take off, will file a flight plan. They'll say, we're going to head from this city to that city, and this is the route that we're going to take. But once they get airborne, they might have to change that plan, and often do, because of wind shifts, traffic, needing to go around storms, a whole bunch of different reasons. A plan's important, but you can't just stick with the plan. You've got to react to conditions. Von Clausewitz is a famous Prussian war strategist, and he wrote a very important book on strategy. He said that your plan is very important, but it will only survive to the first contact with the enemy. Then you need to adapt. Same thing is true in sailing and in business. In sailing, there's wind shifts, there's waves coming from different directions, there's various traffic that's going on also that you need to pay attention to. And in business, customer response, customer problems, vendor problems, all sorts of things come up, and you need to be able to adapt. The strategy is set in stone pretty much, but the plan needs to shift. I was coming down the St. Lawrence Seaway one year and came into the Great Lakes, into Lake Ontario. The conditions were supposed to be really good that night for sailing across the lake, but in fairly short order, things kicked up, as they often do in the Great Lakes. And suddenly we were in a very treacherous situation with very high waves, high winds, and not close to any port. We picked out the closest island and went up close to it. There were some shoals there we had to be careful about, and anchored for the night with the howling winds behind us. But that's exactly the kind of thing you need to do in strategy, whether it's sailing or business or any other kind of endeavor. So make sure that in putting together your plan, you're also focusing on what could go wrong, what could be unexpected, and how are we going to deal with that? How good are we at agility and adaptation?